The lesson.
Oh yeah.
So you did 2 releases under That's Them, and that's like, 07, 09-ish. You've got the plug with Obese, and then somewhere not long after that is when you've met Kerser and started to work with him.
Yeah, so the night I met Kerser was it was 2000 and I'm pretty sure it was early 2009. Yeah, early 2009. So it was just after we did the Look Up in the Sky mixtape. He come to one of our shows. I remember Rates was there and Tozza and few of his boys come, you know what I mean? And they come to a That's Them show. And bro, I remember after the show had finished, it's like I was doing a piss, you know what I mean? I seen this lad like selling his mixtape there, like, oh, you want to buy my mixtape, $10, you know? And then I was doing an isplay in the toilet, and then as I'm coming out, he's like, oh, you're Nebs, eh? And I said, yeah. He goes, you make all the beats for That's Them, eh? And I said, yeah. He goes, bro, I'll give you my mixtape, you know, like, and I think we exchanged numbers too. And then he goes, have a listen, tell me what you think. It was the Straight Out the Gutter mixtape. And then so I remember on the way home, me and my mate, we pumped it the whole way, like start to finish, we just sort of listened to it. And I was thinking, yeah, like, he can rap, like, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't doing bodgy rhymes, he was actually doing multi-syllable rhymes, but he had another angle where he was kind of like paying out on himself, you know what I mean? Like, he was sort of funny, and I was like, but at the same time, he was paying out on like Triple J rappers, and like, it's like he didn't give a fuck, but he didn't give a fuck that he was even paying out on himself. And I thought, fuck, that's different, you know what I mean? Like, that's a different angle, you know what I mean? And his voice too, like, I was thinking, bro, his voice is like unique as well. And I remember it was like so catchy that there was this song where he had this chick singing. And I remember I was taking it into work with me, like, because I liked it. I started listening to it a fair bit. And then I took it into work and I was showing the boys at work. And then I go, listen to this lad, And then I remember there was this song on there. I can't remember how the chorus goes, but it had this chick singing. And I remember I was speaking to Rinse one time. Oh, no, that's right. We're going to Queensland. We're going to Queensland on the plane. And he started singing the chorus. And I was like, fuck off. I go, that's that Kerser fucking chorus. He goes, yeah, like, I've been listening to the... So a few people were getting it, you know what I mean? A lot of people were getting it. And then, because I think he was trying to sell it everywhere, bro. Like, he sold a lot of copies of it. And then I thought, no, I'll do some shit with him for sure. Like, and then what was the spin out thing is that when I spoke to him, I go, where are you from? And then he goes, oh, I'm staying at Ingleburn. And I said, so am I. Like, it was like it was meant to be, bro. You know what I mean? Because we was like literally round the corner. Like, he was 5 minutes from here. And I was like, bro, we got to do shit. Like, and then so the mad thing about him is that most people would probably wait for you to get in contact with him. He was He kept hitting me up like, when are we going to do something? You know what I mean? Because I was working on another That's Them album at the time when we started doing this grime shit. You know what I mean? Like around 2009-10 time. You know what I mean? And then so I kind of felt bad because I was very focused on doing this the G Up album, so I didn't have heaps of time. But in that 2009, he come over to the studio. Like, it wasn't this studio. It was in this same location, but it was not this studio. It was pretty much like a double garage, and It was like, you know, it had boxes everywhere. It was pretty ghetto setup, you know what I mean? But the results I would get in here was sweet, you know. And so he come and recorded. We did a few songs, like one of them, he's never released it, was this Britney song, you know. And he's like rapping about Britney, he wants to get with Britney, you know. And it was off tap, like he's saying, I'll send you a semen sample and that, like, and all this shit, bro. Like, it was funny shit, bro, you know what I mean? And I thought, man, and I was showing people, like, any track we did, like, he did this, I'm a Westie cunt, like, there was that song, and we did a few, like, kind of singles, but we didn't put them out. But I'm telling ya, he could smash beats, bro, like more than I've seen other people do. Like, I swear he was the type of person where I don't see people do that these days. Like, I could send him a beat, and I'm telling you, bro, like, he would come back 20 minutes, chorus, like the verses, the whole song written, 20 minutes, and he would rap it back over the phone. And I thought, bro, this guy is hungry. Like, his level of hungry was different, you know what I mean? And then I said, bro, just because I felt bad because I was still doing the That's Them shit. I couldn't let Psalm down because, you know, we're trying to still do That's Them. But then, you know, I wanted to do something, but I felt like in time we will, you know? So I said, bro, just keep doing what you're doing. So he ended up putting another mixtape out. That's what I'm saying. Like, he was going that fast that he even collected up another whole mixtape, which was Down the Drain. So Down the Drain, that come out 2009, and that, or was it 10? I think it was 9. Yeah, I think it come out the end of 2009. And then that had a few of my beats on the end, on the back end of it, like some of the ones we were doing. I'm not sure if he put the Britney one on it. I don't know if he did, but I have to suss it out. I haven't heard it for a while, but so we'll get into it, and then when we dropped the G Up, so that was the third album from That's Them, and I told him, because I kind of felt bad, I just said, look, as soon as I finish the G Up, we'll work on your album, you know what I mean? And we're actually putting songs together. We had an album. By the time it got to me finishing the G Up, we already had like an album. Like, it was already an album. Like, I'm telling you, I've got all those songs still. Like, it's a whole album that never came out. Like, you know what I mean? So it had an intro and everything. Intro song, and some of the beats were more like more sample based kind of production, you know what I mean? It was more like sample, more like the earlier That's Them beats, but with Kerser rapping on them, a little bit different, a bit quirkier, you know, like to suit his style a bit, you know what I mean? But then we started to discover that he wanted to be more experimental, you know what I mean? He was like, I don't want to rap on the shit everybody raps on, you know what I mean? Like, which at the time was a lot of boom bap, sampled shit, you know what I mean? There wasn't a lot of, like, there was overseas, but not so much in the Aussie scene. Probably like Taunts would be one of the early ones rapping on like electronic shit, and there was Sydney Searchers and that, like, but you know what I mean? He wanted to go full experimental, just like, send me something off tap, you know what I mean? And I'll smash it, you know, like, and I swear, bro, it become this fun thing, like, where it was like, I thought, man, I'm just going to make something that I would normally not even make and see what he does with it, you know what I mean? And bro, he was like, bro, that's hectic, like, and he just, it's like he knew what to do with him. And then, so this whole other album that we had, that kind of just got put aside, bro. And we started working on this new shit, you know what I mean? So then I put the G Up out, which was in 2010. And, you know, we did a few shows and that off that, and, you know, got a bit of a buzz going. And then Kerser actually featured on one of the songs on the G Up, the song called Bam. So we used to bring him up on to do that song, and no one knew him then, you know what I mean? But you could even tell then that he held it down. Like, even on stage, like, he held it down. Like, he was never come toy, you know what I mean? Like, he was straight away already, I think, naturally good at doing it, you know what I mean? And he'd already, when you think about it, he already did 2 mixtapes, he already had a whole album, and he jumped on the feature. We did a clip and that, and then so the G Up come out, and then I just started full focusing on the Nebulizer. And then, you know, we were trying to work out a name. Bro, he come up with the name. Like, he goes, the Nebulizer, like, naming it after me, you know what I mean? Like, and I was flattered. I was like, you know what I mean? It's pretty mad that he would name it after me, you know what I mean? And so, bro, it's like, we sort of took the angle of, like, kind of trap beats, you know what I mean? Like a trappy sort of angle, but at the same time be original. We put some house shit on it. Bro, we just experimented the fuck out of it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, totally different to what I ever done, you know what I mean? I never done like that shit. It was fun, you know, and it was quick. It wasn't like you send a beat, wait 10 weeks, and then someone comes back with some shit. It was like instant. It was like, send a beat. He goes, bro, I've written it. He ring back, like, I've got this, listen to this. And, bro, I'd crack up, you know what I mean? I thought, bro, this is funny. This is going to be gold, you know what I mean? And then, bro, it was a good chemistry going, you know? Like, I thought, man, we work well together. And then, you know, we'd sort of bounce ideas off each other. But in the meantime, though, like, it's not like he was just doing the Nebulizer and then hibernating, you know what I mean? It's like he was putting in all this, like, legwork of, like, building a buzz. Like, it's like he was working the Facebook, and, like, bro, if you typed in Kerser, like, on YouTube, it's not like 3 or 4 songs pop up. It'd be all this content, you know what I mean? Like, all this shit. Him doing videos at the station, like, I remember there was this old one. It was kind of like a film clip, but it was filmed on like a old school Nokia, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like a film clip, but it was not a full professional one. It was so raw, you know what I mean? But the shit he was saying, it was funny, you know what I mean? And then, so he was doing that, and then he was doing the battles as well, like, and he was, it's like he was beating people you would think, oh, he's not going to beat them, and he started winning. And then it's like he had this other charisma that the other rappers sort of, that he was battling, didn't have. And then it's like, then around, he was doing the battling, and then, bro, it's like the buzz was building. Like, it's like you could feel it. It's like I was thinking, bro, this is a buzz that I haven't seen. Like, you know what I mean? Not around here, you know what I mean? Like, it just was full starting to build, you know? Like, and then, so I said to myself, you know, I'm going to make sure this is the best shit I can possibly do. So I remember, like, I would mix a song. So by then I was mixing vocals. I was, you know, recording everything. And then, you know, I'd mix something and I'd bounce it and I'd listen to it. And then I'd be like, bro, this needs to come down like a little bit, you know. And then I'd do that and I'd bounce it again. And it's like I had all this time to, like, make sure that the whole thing was fucking sweet. And then I remember when we come to the order, we kind of worked out which order we wanted the songs to be in. And I was thinking, oh yeah, that's the sickest order. But man, it's amazing what an order of an album does for an album. You know, like if got the wrong order, it can not flow properly. And I thought I had it, you know. And I remember listening to the whole thing, and I was like, I go, nah, like it disappointed me, you know what I mean? So it's like we kind of rearranged it and worked it out to flow the way it did, and I was like, yeah, that's the album, you know. And then then we ended up getting it mastered. I was like, I'm gonna send it to Sonomax mastering in the city, and bro, he just like put the icing on the cake. I was like, bro, it just made it even better. I remember when we got back a couple of the masters and we were listening to them at his house, and we were just pumped, bro. We were like, fuck yeah, it just sounds mad. Like it's ready, you know what I mean? And then, but the only thing is we needed distro. So again, it was this fucked up like thing to get distro. Like it was hard, man. Like, cause I kept saying like it has to be in the shops, you know, like has to be like someone that was building this buzz, and then next minute we're like, you know, trying to sell it ourselves. No way, bro. Like, we needed distro, you know. And I remember we were shopping around. I was trying to use any connection I had to get the distro, you know. And bro, we'll just get it knocked back. I think it was just that time frame was a very unsure time for like CDs. And so I remember like my mate Tubuck, the DJ out of Binge Thinkers, he has a good relationship with Pegs. So this went on for weeks. We'd already been told no. We were sort of like disappointed. We're thinking, fuck, like there's got to be a way to get distro, like, and we really was thinking this is going to be a whole different outcome if we don't get the distro. Like it's still going to be big, but it's not going to be as big. And then, bro, because his Facebook was pumping, you know, and just any video he did, bro. Like at the time, I think he did the Highest Man video, and bro, it cranked up. It was like up to 200,000, and I was like, fuck, like I've never seen it jump up like that. Like not from an Aussie artist, you know what I mean? Not at the time, like no one I worked with anyway. And then I think another big one was he hooked up with Gunster from Hustle Hard TV. And so what we did, we played the instrumental out of my car, and then he just he had the song written. It was called Kerser is the Sickest. And then Gunster did an interview. He did an interview first, and then he did a freestyle over Kerser is the Sickest, the beat, and he did the song Kerser is the Sickest. And so that won the Highest Man, and then Kerser is the Sickest. Bro, they fucking blew up on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck? Like, launched, you know what I mean? Like, I'd never seen an artist, like a local artist, you know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Like, and then another one where I was starting to say to myself, shit, this is like kicking off, you know what I mean? Was he did a song, I think it was over like this 2-pack beat, because this guy I can't remember the names, but this guy got stabbed like not far from here. He was only a young guy and he died, you know what I mean? And then Kerser, I think Kerser knew him and knew the family, so he did this like a tribute song to him. I can't remember what the song's called, but it was over a jacked beat. And then, bro, he put that out, and I remember going to MacArthur Square, which was like it's a shopping centre at Campbelltown. I remember, like, out the front, there's all these teenagers listening to it. And then when I was on the train, these other teenagers and young cunts are listening to it, you know what I mean? And I even remember saying to my missus, I go, man, this shit's like, he's fucking kicking off, you know what I mean? And then, so then we ended up, so I said to Tubuck, like, or actually Sam spoke to him and really said, can you get the distro from Pegs? And then, I don't know, he must have just pulled some strings, bro, and next minute, boom, we got the distro. So I was like, all right, let's put it out. And then, bro, it was like, I thought it was going to be big, like, but it was bigger than what I thought, bro, eh? Like, it just pumped, you know what I mean? Like, like I'm sort of glad that I was part of it, you know, because man, it was like a good combination. Like I'd already put in the work to get to the level where I was at, and then he sort of put in his work to get to the level where he was at, and we kind of met, and then it was like it just happened, you know what I mean? It like, yeah, it just worked out perfect, bro, like I'm telling you. And then when it dropped, I think the first time, like heaps of people were listening to it, and then people ringing me, like I was just getting all these like texts, bro, I heard the album, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, it was all in JB Hi-Fi and that again. And then, bro, it was a hectic moment, eh? Like, and I remember the time that I actually realized, fuck, this shit is big, was when we did the Newcastle Nebulizer tour show. I remember me and Sam got there, they got there earlier. They were there before us. And then me and Sam, we come a bit later. And bro, when we drove up to the venue, the line was fucking out the door and then like around the corner, you know what I mean? Like it was ridiculous, bro. Like I've never seen so much buzz for an Aussie rapper, you know what I mean? Like I know like Hilltop Hoods and that were big, but bro, these people were going crazy for Kerser, eh? Like really, like it was, bro, it was off tap, bro. I'm telling you, like it really was. We had to laugh, like that. It was just fucking so ridiculous the way it was getting. He was like a local rock star, bro. I'm telling you, like. And then so at the show, I remember getting out of the car and trying to be low key, like to walk into the venue. And that's how fucking ridiculous it was. Like, I'm only the producer, you know what I mean? And they're like, look, it's Nebs. And then they're all like fucking like yelling out and they're trying to come in. I said, quick, Sam, like, let's get in. And like, it was ridiculous. I was like, bro, what the fuck's going on? This is like stupid, you know what I mean? And then I remember I was grabbing a feed at Ingleburn. And, you know, I'm just kicking back. And next minute, this car cruises past. Nebs! Like, everyone's, like, yelling out the car, you know what I mean? Like, and then I was thinking, bro, this shit's fucking taken off for real. Like, and then the Sydney show, when we went there, I was like, bro, it's just fucking packed as, like, it's crazy. Like, we used to have big shows, but these were, like, this was pumping packed, like. And I thought, bro, it's getting ridiculous, eh? Like, it really, really took off, you know what I mean? Like, and then, like, it's like he set a new level of, and it's sort of like, he had, like, his own original style doing it, you know what I mean? He didn't really bite anyone. Like, it was like he sort of done it his own original way kind of thing, you know? Yeah, it was hectic.
The last 2-7. Oh yeah.